Today I fucked up by not wearing pants to a job interview. This happened today, 8:30 am. I cannot even try to make an excuse for how I could have literally forgotten a vital piece of clothing. I got pretty close. I donned my favorite opaque tights and chose my shirt, then I proceeded to get distracted by some forms I had to complete online, ran short on time, put on my long winter parka, and left the house. I got up to the interview feeling very comfortable and 15 minutes early. As the receptionist told me to go hang up my coat, I gladly walked over to do so. I began to unzip my jacket, looked down, and for a brief moment I thought my skirt had just ridden up on my commute. Nope, nothing there. Luckily I never fully took off my jacket. I proceeded to turn on my heel and leave. I got downstairs but was still holding the coat hanger. I didn't want to be a thief on top of just leaving abruptly. So I then took the elevator back up, claimed a family issue, and returned the coat hanger. Silver living is they let me reschedule. So now I have an interview for later this afternoon, in about an hour. Too long didn't read, left my house without any pants on for a job interview, then absconded with company property. Edit, I think the job interview went well. I appreciate everyone's encouragement, and also thank you for the silvers. I'm also happy that so many other people have gone to work in various states of undress. And to the people who are now afraid of coming to their workplaces naked, I'm sorry. This was also a latent fear of mine too, and the stuff of my nightmares. I can't believe it actually happened, and that checking for pants will now become part of my routine. I once had my skirt ride all the way up walking to a job interview. I could feel that my coat had generated some very intense static cling, so I thought I'd avoid embarrassment by fixing it in the alley next to their office. A man walked by and saw me struggling to untangle my skirt. Turns out he was the CEO of the company. But did you get the job? Yeah, I wanna hire the no pants chick. HR, Robert, can we see you in our office please? We're very concerned with your recent behavior. I thought for sure this was a tongue-in-cheek post about a Skype interview. This made a lot more sense when I realized you weren't male. What would you say if a woman walked in here with no pants, and I hired her? What would you say? She must have had a really nice shirt. Today I fucked up by eating first and asking questions later. My fiancée and I have been eating keto for the last 3 months. She recently bought these butter bombs that you put in your coffee/hot tea that adds fat to your diet. I saw half of one on the countertop and decided to give it a go because I hadn't used one yet. I proceeded to make my tea that has cacao butter, coconut oil, hemp seed, and a bunch of other stuff in it, but this time adding in that butter bomb. I threw it in the blender and glugged it down. I thought it was weird that it didn't melt/blend/mix all the way, but drank it nonetheless. It didn't taste terrible, but it made the drink a weird consistency. Smash cut to later in the evening when my fiancé says to me as I'm watching TV, "Hey, have you seen the other half of the air freshener wax that was on the countertop?" SMH. My fat ass thought it was food. I suppose I should go on Amazon now and leave a review. 5 stars, would eat again. Too long didn't read. I ate air freshener wax thinking it was a keto fat bomb because I'm a fat ass. Hey, the upside is the rest of the evening when you farted you left a trail of lilac breezes in your wake. Haha, I made the same joke to her in bed last night. What fucked me up was that I smelled it before I put it in and it smelled like cinnamon/spices/etc, and I thought I remembered the bombs being a similar flavor, so it all jived in my head. Homer's brain, this is it, Homer. It's time to tell her the terrible secret from your past. Homer, Marge, I ate those fancy soaps air freshener wax you bought for the bathroom. Marge, oh, my god. Homer's brain, no, the other secret. Homer, Marge, I never graduated from high school. Marge, well, that still doesn't explain why you ate my soap air freshener wax. Wait, maybe it does. I'm unable to find out if there are any carbs in air freshener wax. I feel like I'm probably good still, but wax does seem pretty starchy. Imagine looking at Amazon reviews of an air freshener wax and there's one dude who's like 10/10 would eat it again 100%. My mom had a package of the little wax squares that looked very similar to what I've seen my boyfriend use while cooking. I looked at it and it said lemon basil. My first instinct was yes, this would be awesome on the chicken I'm making. Luckily I asked before I used it though. I feel your pain. Today I fucked up by mistaking my coffee thermos for my wife's. Obligatory, this didn't happen today, but happened a while back. So for Christmas, my wife got her and me matching coffee thermoses. Hers was copper tinted, mine was stainless steel. Apart from that they were identical. I loved it. But after a while, being the absent-minded person that I am, mine goes missing. No biggie, I said to myself, my wife is staying home today, I'll just take her thermos to work. So I fixed me up a nice thermos full of black coffee, and headed out the door to work. This particular day was rather busy, and I had meetings back to back pretty much all morning. I had my thermos and laptop in tow, and was migrating from one conference room to another, when I realized I needed to run to the urination station. So I dropped off my laptop and thermos, ran and relieved myself, then stopped back by my cubicle to pick up a couple of reports for the meeting. While sorting the papers at my desk, I reach over and grab for my thermos, and take a big swig of coffee. Immediately, a few alarms and thoughts went through my head. This coffee got pretty cold pretty fast today. That's odd. Also, I don't remember putting any cream or sugar in it this morning. That's odd. Also, what is this texture? At this point, still mid-gulp, I shift my eyes down to the top of the thermos, which has a clear plastic lid, and I notice a very large floating blob of mold, which I had just taken a sizable chunk out of. Also, I notice the thermos is stainless steel, not copper colored. This was my coffee that had been sitting on my computer desk in plain sight for a month. Oh no, I thought as I immediately reached for the trash can to try and lurch the coffee back out, but to my disappointment it would not come back up. So I run to the bathroom and try a full-on puking position to try and get it back up. Again, no luck. I just knew I was going to get deathly ill, but actually I didn't get sick beyond the mental stress of having just consumed an entire family of slimy, chunky mold spores and rotten cream. Too long, didn't read, took my thermos to work, forgot about it. Took my wife's to work a few weeks later. Accidentally drank from my month-old coffee and got a nice dose of penicillin and rotten cream. Edit, my apologies to anyone I made chunder this morning. Edit 2, for clarification, I just borrowed my wife's thermos, filled it with fresh coffee, and took it to work. Hers wasn't the moldy one. Mine was, as it had been setting at my desk for a month. Once my young cousin got a Capri Sun, and was acting like they couldn't drink it through the straw. He was famous for over-exaggerating and being dramatic for attention. So I tell him to stop acting dumb and just drink it. He makes this face like he's sucking a golf ball through a garden hose when bam, his cheeks fill up and he immediately spits up. Although these were recently purchased, it was a bad batch and he sucked a big chunk of mold through the straw. I cut it open and sure enough, I saw the mold monster. I felt so bad. This brings me back to my partying days. I had set my beer down next to someone smoking a cigarette, and he was ashing in a beer can. When he was done, he put his cigarette butt in my beer. Didn't realize it until I took a big swig. One of the most disgusting things I've tasted. I feel you, op. I have a story that's very similar. It wasn't me but my dad. He always gets coffee from the gas station down the road, and as his day progresses he'll throw the cup in the microwave to heat it up. One particular day he had his coffee and he put in the microwave finishes and gets his cup out. Takes a sip and starts hacking and gagging. Turns out he had left another cup in the microwave and put the second one in. Grabbed the wrong one when it finished. He played coffee cup roulette and lost. Reminds me of all the occasions I have been drinking molded drinks. Occasions? Almost sound like you've done it deliberately. This story is the only today I fucked up that actively made me dry heave multiple times.